Hi there, everybody. This is Carrie Hamblen, the CEO and president of the Las Cruces Green Chamber of Commerce, coming to you again with another one of our member Zoom chats. Yes, you as a member of the Las Cruces Green Chamber of Commerce get to be able to do little Zoom chats so we can uplift and share with folks what you are doing in the community. And today I have with me my dear friend Laura Elmquist, who is the Culture, Equity, and Belonging Champion for Aprendamos. And she has been working so hard on a conference that is called the Tri-Unity Conference. So Laura, it is so great to see you. And you're looking just absolutely stunning. But given that you've been organizing a conference, I'm surprised your hair is just not all over the place. Tell us about the Tri-Unity Conference.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. And I'm so excited to be here with you, Carrie. The conference, it started way back in 2006. It was a vision of Aprendamos, ABLE, and Direct Therapy Services and NMSU to really bring some talent to our community for the people that are serving our community through um, services for youth, for babies, for families. And so that was the original vision. And throughout the years, we've been able to bring national speakers to our community to share their knowledge and talents with our wonderful folks doing this amazing work in our community.
Now, have you been organizing it since 2006?
No, I haven't. I've been involved, let's see, maybe the last 5, 6 years, something like that.
Yeah. You and I've talked, it's like it takes a lot to prepare a conference. And it's when it's flawless when nobody knows all the challenges and just really putting all those puzzle pieces together, right? And so you've got some amazing speakers that are coming. And so if you will, like tell us about the speakers because and before we get that, because I'm just thinking, like, who all can attend this conference?
So the focus is really for those who provide services to youth or families or babies or children. But really, I mean, when you think about the audience, that's really all of us. We're all invested and involved in how we shape our youth, our future generations. So I encourage everyone because we all have a stake, right,
Yeah.
in this. So even parents are more than welcome, students. So yeah.
Awesome.
Hopefully we reach all of those folks at this conference this year.
That's great. I've said this before is like, we get to be part of our neighbor kids' lives. And so there's like it's not
Mhm.
just, not just your parents, but it's like your family, however it may form. And so you've got these speakers that you've been working on, and sometimes it's so hard to just get folks to be able to find those availabilities in their schedule. So tell us about your speakers.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited this year because for our keynote speaker, we're bringing in Dr. Laura Rendon. I had the pleasure of hearing her speak, and I was just so just taken with the knowledge and information that she shared, and it was really like so from the heart that I thought this would be amazing to bring her to our community. So she's a professor at University of Texas out of San Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a student advocate. She is a contemplative educator, and
Okay.
she really teaches us how to create a space of belonging for our youth and recognize our youth and what they all bring.
And in a complicated world with all the things that our youth are experiencing, it's really kind of nice to be able to just, not in a bad way, put those blinders on and be able to focus on what our value is and what our purpose is to be here and what we're trying to do in our community. And you've got some other speakers too. I mean, your keynote sounds amazing. What about the other speakers that you've got?
Yeah, so we're also really thrilled because I think one of our goals is really to highlight our local experts that we have right here in our community through NMSU. And so I'm super excited because we're bringing in Dr. David Ortiz and Dr. Stephanie Arnett, and they are out of our sociology department at NMSU. And they're going to be doing like a fun panel. Dr. Ortiz is going to be talking about stories, his own personal experiences with the students and youth that he's worked with. And then Dr. Arnett is going to share some data behind those stories, and they're going to tie it together. But they're also going to create an opportunity for discussion with our audience. So I'm really looking forward to that piece of it too, because we'll be able to hear stories from our audience as well, and all
Yeah.
learn from each other.
Yeah, that interactive component is really, I think, something that a lot of, we think a lot of conferences kind of miss. It's just like
Mhm.
you go to a session, you go to a speaker, you go to a lunch, hear a keynote speaker, but those interactive parts are something that really give people stuff to take away with. And I know that you're like living, eating, and breathing and sleeping this conference right now,
Yes.
but and I know that it's a labor of love for you because it's so important, and and you can see the impact. But I'm wondering, do you have, and it's kind of like picking your favorite child, do you have um, something that like you're really excited about that you can't wait? I mean, besides the speakers, obviously, but is there something that you're like, oh, I can't wait to see what the outcome is of that?
Oh, yeah. I think, honestly, we're also gonna have, along with the speakers, the three main speakers, we're gonna have a youth panel.
Mm,
So I'm really excited to get the youth voice to understand really what their experiences are in how the people, the adults in their lives really shape their paths. And also we're gonna highlight, some of the kids that were in the Nuestra Juventud project, and they're gonna share. So I'm really super excited for that and elevating their voice. These kids are absolutely amazing, Carrie.
yeah, I
And
believe
so
it.
yeah, that's one of the things that I think I'm super excited about for
Man,
this.
that's going to be, I mean, because the thing is that, we have this tendency of thinking that young people don't have something to contribute, right? And yet, I share with people like young people today are not the young people that we were. We were idiots.
I
Um,
concur.
right? And so
Yes.
now you've got young people who are like trying to get, to work and support sometimes their families, and that they're, struggling to get through school, but they're talking more about mental health, and
Mhm.
they're just so much more articulate about things that we just never talked about in our generation, when we were younger. And I can't wait to see what this generation does.
I know they bring me so much hope. I'm just blown away by the youth, and especially, our youth in our community. I think it's a whole different level of incredible folks coming up.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
as we finish up today, what do you hope? I mean, I'm excited about that youth panel. What do you hope that folks take away from this conference?
I hope that they can identify within their own scope of practice. And I say they, but it's actually we, it's all of us. Like, how can we reflect on the information that we've learned from the conference and really maybe improve our own practices of how we go about validating our youth and fostering belonging in the areas where we serve, families, and honoring cultural strengths. So I'm really hoping at least, one thing is that how do we reflect and then make changes for the better.
Yeah,
Because there's
that
so much
sounds
room to grow.
absolutely. And so I'm, just hats off to you for planning the conference, because I do know that it's a lot of puzzle pieces that you want to put together, and then when it finally comes together, it's absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much. Yeah. No, thank you so much. And
Yeah.
so for those of you that are watching, if you're a practitioner, you provide services to families and youth, you're encouraged to go. But the thing is that we all provide services to families and youth. And so you don't have to be a practitioner to go to this conference. The information for the Tri-Unity Conference is either above or below, all depending. You can register for it. It takes place on Monday, August 19th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the New Mexico Farm and Ranch Heritage Museum. Registration link is above or below in the text. And also, if you'd like to know more about the services and programs that Aprendamos provides, you'll see that information above or below as well. So, Laura, it is so lovely to talk with you. I mean, I cannot praise you enough for putting together a conference, because I know how that feels. And it's really nice to be on that other end where now you're just watching the registrations come in. So,
Yes, yes. No, and there
congratulations.
was a lot of people that there's a lot of other people that have helped me. It's not just been me putting together, so I'm super grateful for the team.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, it
yeah,
takes a lot. Well,
yeah.
break a leg, as people say in theater. Not literally, but figuratively. And we'll see you again soon. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Carrie.